Here's something most people get wrong when buying a house in Roseburg. October, or even the fall months in general, are the best time to score the best deals here in the Roseburg area. And I'm talking real savings, a lot of seller credits, and even finding problems about the house that you would never see in the summertime, or if you're only shopping in the summertime. I just helped a buyer close on their dream home. Not only did we get a fair price, but the seller threw in $16,000 of closing costs and replaced the water heater and fixed every repair that we asked for. Just that hot water heater alone will give that buyer such peace of mind, knowing that they won't have a problem with that for years. And do you want to know how all that happened? It came down to timing. Hey everybody, I'm Jerry Norman with Oregon Life Homes. I specialize in helping people relocate and move to the Roseburg area. I get calls all the time from people all over the country looking to move to this area for whatever reason, whether it be closer to family, looking to downsize, whatever. And I absolutely love it. I've seen every season of this market. And I'll tell you right now, if you time it right, you can find a great home and keep some money in your pocket. All right, so first off, why is October the best month to buy a home in Roseburg? Well, according to Redfin data, the second week of October is the best time to buy a home, and that's nationwide. And that includes Roseburg. But why is that? Well, by the time October hits, the market has changed. The summer rush fades, most people are done moving, kids are back in school, and people start thinking about the holidays and not wanting to move during the holidays. And they do all of this instead of house hunting. So what happens is a lot of buyers drop out of the market in the fall time. And that's when sellers start feeling the slowdown. And that's where the smart buyers can gain a lot of leverage. When showings start slowing down, sellers are thinking, I do not want to go through the winter trying to sell this home. So instead of pushing back on your offer, most sellers are open to negotiations, like offering seller credits or offering more repairs, and even price reductions. So just a few weeks ago, I helped a buyer close on their home and they got $16,000 in seller credits. We went under contract right at the end of September, which was perfect timing. Showings slowed down, no offers coming in. The sellers started getting nervous that this house was going to sit on the market through all of winter. Now, we didn't lowball them, but we did ask for a lot of seller credits and we asked for a lot of repairs as well. And not only did they do all of the repairs we asked for, they even got a new hot water tank. So that really eases the mind of the buyer. And that kind of flexibility does not happen very often in the summer months. When sellers are getting a lot of showings and a few offers in, they are less likely to give out that many seller credits. And by mid-October, sellers are thinking they want to get the home sold before the holidays. And so that's when buyers can really win. So here's the psychology of the fall market. During spring and summertime is the prime time for sellers to list the properties. Why is that? Well, because that's when all the buyers start coming out. Usually the middle of February, when we start having beautiful weekends, that's when buyers start coming out. And they don't stop until school starts. And then there is a huge drop off in buyer motivation. And so once October hits, the sellers are thinking this thing is never going to sell. Even though prices in the county, and that's Douglas County, that surrounds all of Roseburg, the median sales price has been staying right around the $330,000 mark, up to about $350,000. And yes, prices in the summertime are slightly higher, but overall, year over year, for the last couple years, prices have pretty much stayed the same. So by the time October comes, sellers are either thinking about taking the home off the market and letting it sit until the springtime again, but they really don't want to wait another 3 to 6 months to relist. They want to get that house sold. So that's why buyers coming in October, before the seller cancels the listing or just withdraws it, these buyers are getting these great deals. And because there is less buyers, you as a buyer, you can take your time to evaluate the property, spend a few days thinking about it before even making your offer, in most cases. Now there are still some properties that are somewhat underpriced, and those homes will go fast. So basically, you can wait a few days, think about it, structure your offer, and really still get a good deal. So now here is one of the biggest pros about buying a house in the fall time in Roseburg instead of summer. If you're shopping for a house in summer, you have no idea how that house handles the weather. Because we have such dry summers, it's almost like going car shopping at night. You really don't see how the house handles the weather. Because when you're looking at homes in the summertime, everything looks great. Lawns are green, decks are dry, even a bad roof in the summertime can look good. But come October, the winds pick up, it starts raining, and suddenly you can see what's going on. This is when you can learn if the crawl space is flooding or just have standing water. How do the gutters handle the rain? In the summertime, who looks at the gutters? Are they just plugged? Or are they bad? Or are they leaking? Or overflowing? Or that steep driveway? Does it get slippery? Does the water drain away from the house? Or does it drain into the garage? I've even heard of buyers finding active leaks in the roof that you would never have found in July. So buying a home in the fall time gives you a clear picture of how the house really performs in the weather here in Oregon. It's better to find out now that the roof leaks than 6 months after you move in. And for you buyers that are moving from out of state, this could be the smartest move you make, because you can see how the property really handles the conditions and that you'll really understand what fall and winter times are like here. So if you are thinking about buying in the next few months, here's how you can prepare. First, get pre-approved so you're ready to act right when that perfect home pops up. Second, don't let shorter daylight days or rain stop you from looking at homes. This is the best time. And then third, don't be afraid to negotiate for repairs, seller credits, and rate buy downs, or even contingencies. And then finally, keep your search active during the holidays. This can even be a much better time. Most people hit pause in October and November on their home searches and just decide they're going to wait until springtime. Well, that's when all the competition is, but not where the motivated sellers are. What's really common is I've seen a lot of homes go under contract in the summer months, and it could have fallen out of escrow for whatever reason. Buyer couldn't get financing, negotiations didn't go well with repairs, whatever. And these homes are coming back on the market late September, early October. So these might be homes that are just diamonds in the rough waiting for you to pick up, and much more likely get a better price than what it was listed for in the summertime. Now, when I'm talking about price reductions, right now, typically the average price reduction for a home that's been on the market for over a month is right around 4% less than the list price. That's the average. So if you are looking to relocate from out of state, out of town, wherever, give me a call, text, email. All my contact info is in the description below. I'd love to hear from you and really help you narrow down your search, find the right neighborhood for you and your family, and help make your goals of moving and relocating here to the Roseburg area come true. So with that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I put out a video like this every week about what it's like to live, eat, sleep, and breathe here in Roseburg. And with that, check out these other videos about living in Roseburg. Have a great day.